Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mediocre Thoughts. Today we have a video because I need to get this to a friend who isn't on Spotify anymore. So we have a video version. Check it out on YouTube, I guess. Today is 9th of September 2024. It is currently 6:23 p.m. in the evening. And the thing that is fueling this episode is my determination to not procrastinate this any longer. And I don't know. Just want to get something done, I guess. I haven't been getting much done. Yeah. Life update, I guess. I don't remember my previous episode, actually. I don't know if I already mentioned this thought that I wrote down of what's it called, the part where I say, I re-listened to an episode I made back in 2022, and I mentioned that in that episode I feel sad, that I'm feeling less these days, as in less emotion, and I may feel less emotion as I grow up because I cry less at Pixar movies. I want to say that is so not true. You feel more when you grow up because there is a certain depth to the emotions of adults. It's not as simple as it was when you're younger because so much affects so much else. Not sure if I mentioned that already. I hope I haven't, because if I have, then that would be stupid. Oh wait. Okay, I think I haven't, because I just realized I have the script from last episode, and I haven't mentioned that. Alright. It is September. Do you remember? I hope you got that reference. Anyway, let's go through the notes I made this month, I guess. I wanted to make this, I guess I wanted to make one in August, or at least end of August, because the last episode was the 1st of August. A lot happened in August. 3 things ended in August. First of all, the month of August. I'm saying August way too much. Second of all, my second internship in my life, that ended. And thirdly, the longest romantic relationship of my life. It's been a while, like two weeks, I think, and yeah, things are not bad. They're not that bad. They're okay. I'm okay. I'm feeling okay. I have something written down about this. On 29th of August, I typed out this paragraph. Ended the longest relationship I've ever had so far. I'm sure one day I will look back on this moment in my life and think, little baby Nelly had her heart actually broken for the first time. What a precious little sweetie. But right now, it is such a big thing that happened to me. It is annoying. I hate it. It is so annoying. Not because I broke up. That's sad. More like I am frustrated by the fact that there is nothing more I can do but to simply wait and let time do its thing. And wait for this to feel small. And yeah, more distance means perspective is smaller. Physics. Yeah. It's sad, but it's also not that sad because it couldn't have been fixed. There wasn't anything I could do about it. So, yeah, time to go meet new people. I just downloaded dating apps today. I hope this is not a new low. I don't think it's a new low, but also I find it so hard, so tiring to talk to new people. Oh, it's like, oh my gosh, hi. What do you like to do in your free time? So annoying. Anyway, that was August. Let's look at September. I have some little things. When I started to write, I guess this is when I started to write the script. I said, I went home to Malaysia for the first time since leaving for my exchange in January, and many things have changed because I have experienced many things. For example, I lived abroad in Hong Kong. Even though Singapore is kind of abroad, but it's also not really. I also went on a solo trip to Japan. I forgot if I made an episode about that. I think I did. I hope I did. I don't know. Yeah, that's that. Solo trip, super fun, Tokyo. And then finally broke up. There were some recent feelings about being frustrated. I'm trying. Okay, this is, I think, a good part. I said, I'm trying to relearn how to be happy by myself again. And I feel like it's valid because even though I was happy by myself before I was in a relationship, and I know I have the ability to be happy by myself, but I still lost the relationship and emotional attachment, and I want to allow myself to grieve that loss. And I know I have the ability to be happy, but it's still okay to be sad. That's what I think. It's like a stomach, which is, I think, a great analogy. It's like a stomach. If you eat more, then your stomach will stretch and expand to fit more. But when you start to eat less, it will start shrinking until you can still feel full, even with less food. So I'm kind of like in the shrinking process of my capacity for happiness, and all it takes is time. That's the first point because of the frustration thing. Second point is the apparent demons of my past are apparent, not actual. Why I wrote that is because I went home, and I've always had a complicated relationship about going home. I never want to go home, but I also want to be home because I feel like I don't like the version of myself, of my past self, and being in a location where I was my past self feels like, oh, I'm gonna be my past self again. But recently, my recent trip back home was really good. Every time I go home, I feel good. I don't know why I'm like anxious about it every time before I go home, because like before I go home, I'm anticipating like, oh no, things are gonna be bad again. But then I go home and it's like, oh, it's actually great. I love being home. So yeah, that's what that's what inspired the line, the apparent demons of my past are apparent, not actual. Leaving home never gets easier. That's what I wanted to say as well. I always think it'll be easier, but it's never easier, which is so sad, but also part of life, I guess. Yeah. 3rd of September 2024. Going home for the first time in 228 days. I actually counted. It's almost 2/3 of the year. made me realize that what? Made me realize that my apparent demons are apparent, I guess. I always think, yeah, oh my god, I just skipped. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I just said whatever I typed out here. Maybe, yeah, because not everyone. Oh, okay. I was saying this time going home felt a little bit different. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because not everyone is home. Maybe it's because I finally have enough distance between this present version of me and the past versions of me. Maybe because I just ended the longest romantic relationship I've had in my life so far. Many variables, unrepeatable experiment. Time does not stand still. Time does not stand still, which is good or bad, up to how you want to interpret it. Grief is hard. Experiencing and accepting loss is hard. No one knows the right answers. No one can tell you what will work best for you. Everyone's experience is unique, but also not entirely. Because sometimes you find an analogy useful, sometimes you don't. Sometimes things apply to you and it's easier because you understand yourself a little bit better, but sometimes they don't apply to you and you have to struggle to dig deep to find something that resonates with you, and that can be a lonely process. Process? I don't know. Yeah, so like two analogies that, okay, not exactly, okay. Two things that really helped me process my grief. First, 5 stages of grief. I have a really good anagram to remember it. It's DABDA. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. I've already went through all the 5 stages, but also it's not linear. It's a cycle, can jump between stages. Another analogy that really helped me was the ball in a box analogy for grief. Basically, it's saying that there's a box and there's a ball in it with a button on the side, and the button is your sadness button, so the ball will keep hitting the button if it's like super big in the box. But as time goes on, the ball will get smaller and it will hit the button less, but it doesn't make hitting the button hurt any less. So it's like, oh, you get triggered, I guess, get triggered less, but every time you're triggered, it may feel like you're not making progress because like, oh my god, I'm sad again. But it is progress because there's more time between the button, the ball hitting the button, I guess. Yeah, but the thing to remember is that it doesn't hurt any less to remember it, but also time will make it better. So yeah, that really helps me in 5 stages of grief. Yeah, hope it helps you too. Sometimes I feel like I don't know who I am simply because of how I've been morphing myself to fit others better. And there are so many versions of me in so many people's minds that I don't know who the heck I am anymore. Yeah. Still something I'm struggling with a lot. Sense of self, who am I? What am I? I had a mirror analogy previously, but then it's also like, maybe that's not very healthy. If a tree falls in the forest, and no one's there to hear it, doesn't make a sound. I don't know, maybe it should make a sound, you know? Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time with myself because maybe a bit too much time, maybe a bit, but also, yeah, just also taking my time. No one knows what's the right thing to do. Yeah, it's okay. Recently I also saw someone ask on an Instagram story about the meaning of dating someone else. Is it not good to be single? So why do people need to be in a romantic relationship? My answer to that is more love, more better. Because it's fine to be single. That's fine. But for me, I think relationship is good because there's someone else to give you more love, and there's also someone I can give more love to, I guess. I have no idea what I'm doing. I feel like my schedule is so full, but there's also a lot of free time. It's just bits and pieces, and it's very hard. Not very hard, it's just I just don't know what to do with it. But I also do know I do have things I need to do. So I don't know. School is starting soon. In next week, we just enrolled to our subjects this week. Like today, this morning, did my first subject enrollment in my final year of school. So that's fun. I don't know what to do with my life. I don't know what to do with my life. But also, I don't have to have everything figured out right now. But then it's also like, wouldn't it be great if I could have things figured out? Lighting's pretty okay, I guess. It's don't have a lot of lights turned on. It's still a bit bright outside. It is 6:40 p.m. I hope you do okay. You don't have to have things figured out. I hope you don't feel tired of things you love. I hope you don't get tired of things you love. I hope you don't forget what it means to be who you are. We cannot be anyone but ourselves. But also, you don't have to be better, but you don't have to be good enough to be better. I think that's the quote. Any improvement is an improvement, I guess. You can't be perfect all the time. What was that? Yeah, it's nothing wrong with slipping up now and then. It's just being human. To err is human, to forgive divine. Yes, that's how the saying works. Anyway, hope life is good. Even if it's not, you just have to gaslight yourself. Thank you for listening to Mediocre Thoughts.